Hi, I'm Rob, and it's Guild Wars War 2, and it's Green Day today. Up against Shining Force 2 today. Yep, I'm back doing my Guild Wars battles. I missed yesterday. I didn't think people would be too interested in these lower level battles. We've gone up from bracket 14 to bracket 7 now, so I thought the fights would get a lot better. They were still lowish level yesterday, but if people want to see it, I'll still show them, so all good. So up today we're against Shining Force 2, and the first opponent is Kill Gorod 51. We have Mang, King Heliodor, Doomed Gargoyle, and the Umbral Portal in Elementalist class. Our Umbral Portal, see what this does. Conjures an Umbral Storm when matching 4 or more gems. Creates 5 to 7 Umbral Stars and summons a random Nexus Troop. Umbral Nexus Troop. Doomed Gargoyle converts a chosen mana gem to Uber Doomskull. Okay, it's interesting on that because you can't really rely on the AI to do that properly. Normally as a human you would be able to select something that would make that work properly, but the AI has a habit of just choosing something really quite random sometimes and and not doing it properly. We'll see how that turns out. King Heliodor, true damage to the first enemy boosted by brown gems, knocks them to the back, creates 3 elemental stars. And Mang, very good weapon, eliminates all armor from an enemy, then deals damage to them and gains attack equal to the armor eliminated. So, and Elementalist as well. They have Impact, Insulated, Stone Circle, Storm Aura, Rock Solid. Don't really want the Elemental Force coming into play if I can. Don't really want to be hit by a skull if they get that charged either. So obviously Root Trap would be a good way to go with this normally to get them entangled up. But I'm more worried about the Elementalist. Obviously I should win this game anyway. My level is a lot higher. But I like to show these things in detail for newer players watching. All these little tactics and tips must help surely. So because I do not like their Elementalist and it is in first position, I am going to switch my class on this to Geomancer. And the reason being, it's one of the classes that has impact. Inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage to me. If there's a skull hit there, I'm going to let them have it. Hit me with that, you get impacted, that takes away your traits. No more elemental stun, freeze, burn, entangle, tomfoolery for you, should that happen. So yes, we'll equip that. Just check them. Impact, yes. Irrelevant. Anti-magic sphere, yes. Tactician, yes, because you get mana source anyway. Rock Solid, always good to have a barrier. Tree of Knowledge, gain enchant when matching green. And Fortitude, why not? Banner for this, +2 green, +1 brown, -1 red. I'm just going to go with one of my standard green teams here. It's fairly basic how it works. Essence of Evil, fantastic weapon. Inflicts all negative status effects on an enemy and explodes a load of gems of their mana colour. Just going to charge up the Wild King and Wild Queen fairly quickly, hopefully. Wild Queen steals up to 50 attack from an enemy in my case and gives it to my first ally. Then creates a mix of 22 skulls and green. So it's better if you can have the top troop entangled. That's why I normally go with that strategy, because basically if she sets the opponent up, you're not going to give the AI a load of skull hits. So I'm second guessing my decision right now, but I'm going to keep with it. Wild King enrages all allies, gives them a load of attack, then creates a mix of 22 skulls and yellow. So the fact that these use green, but the Wild Queen and Wild King use opposite colours is a good thing, because when we explode our Leprechaun and Essence of Evil, we have a high chance of getting lots of mana for the team. And that is how it's going to work. So let's dive in. Green, 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 green. Yep, double checking. Always double check. Got 2 Orpheus medals and 1 Anu for this, just in case they get their Elementalist going. Let's take a look out for these kind of 4 matches first. But if not, we can just cast our Leprechaun to see what happens. And that was alright. Yeah, it feels nice doing Guild Wars again. I only missed yesterday and I think the last day of the last wars. But on one hand, I notably played a lot better because I'm not commentating and thinking what to say next and all little things like that which take away little bits of concentration. I did notice I actually played better. I didn't miss the odd move or match that I may miss today while narrating and things like that. But I kind of enjoy it more like this, I think. Been able to show the battles on that, and even if it helps just a couple of people out, it's always going to be good. Let's grab these 4 matches. It's going to help charge up the team. And let's chuck Essence of Evil on the first opponent while getting mana for the team. Now, when you've got the King and Queen up, you've obviously got a choice. You can either cast that and create a mix of skulls and green, or with King, you can cast and create a mix of skulls and yellow. There's more green there, so I am going to go for green. And they're Essence of Evil'd up anyway. You can't steal attack from them because they haven't got any, so we'll park it on the next opponent down. King's ready. And see, that's what I mean about setting the opponent up. Wow. Wild King, you muppet. So we'll park that on them just to make sure that don't happen again. Right, Queen, don't do an impression of your king. Thank you. And that was 3,275 points. Next battle is against Baldy Jack. That's quite a fun little name. That tickled me for some reason. And we're up against Tears of the Sisters, Chalcedony, Queen Bee, and Morganite. Tears of the Sisters, giving 26 life to all allies, converting 3 blue gems to good gargoyle gems, and gaining an extra turn. Construct Glass, Geomancer. Impact, Mage Lord, Stone Circle, and Mana Source. Couple of different threats here for different reasons. Chalcedony, because she can loop. She's a crazy generator of brown and can loop an awful lot. Dealing 34 damage in this instance to an enemy, then create 3 brown gems boosted by all constructs. So it's not the maximum amount because she's got a Queen Beatrix in here at the same time. That's going to be there for the cleanse, because the way to defend against Chalcedony is basically to stick a freeze in there. Once you get a freeze in there, she's not going to be able to loop, even if she gets 4 matches. So the Queen Bee is there for that cleanse. Royal Honey, cleanse all allies when matching 4 or more gems. That is a natural match, because you get 4 match, you get the loop going normally, and you get the cleanse at the same time. Downside is Queen Bee is not a construct, so you don't get the maximum looping potential, but it still can loop a lot. Morganite converts all green to brown, and then creates 3 brown dragon gems. So this is all about Chalcedony, basically, with Queen Bee as a helper. So I'm not going to go in Geomancer for this, because I do need a freeze aspect myself. Can go in Frost Mage, not a bad shout. You get the freeze from there. 25% chance to freeze a random enemy when you cast a spell, and you do have Snap Freeze and a 50% start at the same time. But I am going to go to Tidecaller for this. This kind of thing shows how important the class is when selecting your team. It's like a really, really important part of Guild Wars. Submerge myself when I take damage. Really good. So I take 1 bit of damage, and then if Queen Bee does get to start casting, I'll be safe from her. And also we get Snap Freeze anyway. Anti-Magic Sphere. We still get Mana Source. And we get Deluge as well. Submerge a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches. So any submerged allies are safe from that Queen Bee damage to all. We'll have bonus green, thank you. Does this make a difference? Don't think I've got any of them anyway, but anyway. Right, oh, didn't actually select it. The amount of times I do that, it is unreal, seriously. Almost forget to select it, so I always double check. Right, equip, thank you. Banner, double check. +2 green. Yes, same team as last time. Right, so still got 2 times Orpheus medals. Do I need them? No, I don't think I do. No, because they got nothing going on like that, apart from the possibility of impact. So for that reason, I'm just going to quickly switch to a different medal set. Full power Nature. Actually, I'll go nearly full power. I want to start with 20% mana on my Wild King and Queen at the same time. Right, back in it. Baldy Jack. Right, let's go. Freeze has gone on a good opponent. It's gone on Morganite at the bottom. He uses brown. That means if a child's already got a chance to get going, she cannot loop. Right, so that was a nice start. We didn't have to use my Leprechaun there. Oh, this is a lovely start. Cannot complain about this. We can, but then it'd be unjustified. Let's go. Let's take away her attack. Got an extra turn, but not much else there. Right, so let's whack the old bee with everything. She's doing nothing. See you later. Come on, Queen, do your stuff. There you go. Job done. Right, a lot of safety precautions there. It turned out for no reason, but better safe than dead, is what I say. Alright, Battle 3 is against the Shining Kadaya. Astral Spirit, Fist of Heaven, Spirit Fox, and Urieli in Orb Reaver class. Astral Spirit removes all gems of a chosen colour. It deals 32 true damage, in this case to the first enemy, boosted by gems removed. Now, you are hoping that the AI again does the sensible thing with that. You are hoping that that removes a specific colour sometimes, and the AI isn't always guaranteed to do it. It does start with full mana though, so you're kind of hoping for the best on that one. Fist of Heaven explodes 39 yellow gems, grants a random status effect or divine allies, and has a summon as well, so it's not bad. In Orb Reaver class, 35% chance to summon a giant spider when it takes damage. Going to be stealthy. It's going to root trap me as well, so you have to think about that. And a 7% chance to assassinate the last enemy when another enemy dies. And I've got 2 times Orpheus medals. Right, so Spirit Fox drains mana from an enemy, removes all yellow gems, and deals true damage. So all about draining mana and draining colours and true damage right now, same as Urieli. Dealing 35 true damage to all enemies, boosted by Naga and Undead, and has another summon. Right, so it's the, well, against this team, obviously, it's the root trap, which is going to be the hindrance to me at first. No point creating a load of skulls if they're not hitting. So for that reason, I'm going to make a adjustment to this team. You can counter root trap by chucking an impervious troop at the top. So I'm going to swap the Wild King out for Tannenbaum. Promote Tannenbaum to the top, Essence of Evil to second, and roll with the same team. We're now basically immune to all status effects, Devour, Lycanthropy, and Mana Burn. Root Trap is one of those things we're immune to, and we deal damage, entangle them, and pull them to the front and deal triple skull damage to entangled enemies. So when we get to cast our Wild Queen, she should go ballistic and basically cause stacks of damage. Tidecaller, don't particularly need to be in that anymore. Let's go back to Archer class, I think. Actually, let's double check that banner. Is that still correct? Yep, Tannenbaum's mainly there for that imperviousness. The class, I think I want to go back to Archer, because I want to root trap them, as well as have a nice start in mana myself. Alright. That'll do, I think. Let's go. Nice 4 match on yellow. The green are dotted around quite nicely for my leprechaun, so I'm going to cast that, I think. Just double checking around for any potential 4 match cascade possibilities, but nothing doing. Right, so they've done that. They've gone. Let's cast our Wild Queen, I think. Ooh! Silly Billy. Don't start that game, you will be sacked again. I sacked her from my squad a little while ago because she kept on doing that. Kept on casting Wild Queen and done nothing but continuously setting up the opponent. Really annoying. Right, well they're going to be dead if I take that, which is good. Gets me green at the same time. But I'm going to set them up for a whole lot of purple. Excuse me. Bit of a cold. Still have to do that though. It's only Spirit Fox. Can take that bit of damage. Right. Glad you enjoyed yourself there. That little bit of AI fun. Shall I just give him a wallop and get rid of him, or cast my Essence of Evil? You realise about to do true damage to all, but we are going to survive. Boost is only +3, so I can cast Essence of Evil onto Urieli, stop her casting. Spirit Foxes, nah, let's do that. Right, Wild Queen, prove how wild you truly are. That'll do. And that one was 1,497 points. Right, Battle 4 is against Shining Myth. Ooh, nasty green Savage Hunter team. Dangerous these. Savage Hunter deals, in this case, 66 damage with a 50% chance to hit the wrong enemy if the enemy uses green, which they know we are, because it's Green Day. Deal a triple damage. So that is a heck of a lot of damage. As well as that, place Hunter's Mark on enemies when doing skull damage. Deal a double skull damage versus green, and become enraged when enemies die. So, yeah, particularly dangerous in first place. Need to get rid of that thing in a hurry or restrict it from doing any of those traits. Right, but still dangerous anyway, because it does the triple damage versus green, so you need to basically get rid of it. Malcondessa and Moonsinger are both going to be fully empowered. One converts yellow to green. Webs and Poison's a weakest enemy, and one converts purple to green. Hunters mark the first enemy. Right, so both dangerous, using a sort of opposite strategy to normal. Like, quite often on Guild Wars Day, you get these empowered troops converting away the colour of the day, but this is actually doing the opposite. This is creating the colour of the day, so it makes no sense to try and do that ourselves, which is an interesting tactic. And Doomed Libram deals scatter damage, then creates a mix of 6 green gems and skulls for every green enemy. So it's dangerous, but if you can keep that top troop entangled, then it pretty much means nothing. It's just that small amount of scatter damage. In Thief class, back up, stealthy, yep. Right, so not too much to worry about regarding actual traits and things like that. Web is annoying though. Hunter's Mark can be dangerous. Right, so I'm going to make an adjustment to this team. This is all about getting my Essence of Evil up first and casting that on that top troop. If I can do that, then we should be okay. But in case they get a flying start, I am going to want a summon in this team, just in case. Just in case. Let's put in summon. And that's good, but you have to kill someone to get, and it's only a 75% chance as well. I want a set in stone, just in case they get a flying start. absolutely guaranteed summon, like Flaming Oni. That would do. Oops. Get it right in a minute. Right, so that's not too bad. Yeah, that'll do. Flaming Oni summons 3 random goblins, explodes gems and gains an extra turn. And it uses red as well, which is quite cool. Not using that right now. Class Archer still. Yep. Let's double check my medals again because I think I changed them. No, that's fine actually. Double Nisha. Right, let's go back in. And basically hope for the best because it's kind of in the lap of the gods at first when you cast. If there's the good thing about Leprechaun is a lot of people don't like it because it's explodey and it is a bit luck based, but a lot of the game is luck based. You could start off, you know, with a different team that you want to convert certain colours to a certain another colour and it never be there. And if it is there, that is luck as well. So it's a lot of it is the roll of the dice kind of thing. And basically, it's a good defence. If there's nothing we can do about either of these, then I can cast my Leprechaun as a bit of a Hail Mary and hope for the best. But if they have nothing there at first on those top two, on these 2 converters, then basically you don't have to cast your Leprechaun, which is quite cool. Check around for 4 matches first. We've got another 4 match here on this purple, dropping these 2 yellow down. But I'll do it on the green because that is a colour I want more. And we have this brown match here. Right, so we got a nice start. So I can at least chuck all that stuff on their top troop. So, yellow to green. Some value there. A lot of value at the top. Huge amount. And purple to green. Not as much, but I can't actually take that away. But I was going to cast my Essence of Evil anyway. So we'll chuck it on the top troop. Bingo bango. That has messed up their plans. Do you want to have my Essence of Evil ready to cast again though? Just in case the Wild Queen just messes things up. As she does sometimes. So I will actually collect that while it's there because they can do that. Yellow to green. They've got a big one there though. Ah, it's good for their weapon. But all it'll do is that scatter damage. It does give them an extra turn. No, for that reason I'm going to cast Leprechaun to see if we can mess them up a bit. Yeah, that worked out a lot better. Right, now I can get that second troop down, entangled and everything as well, or cast it on there. Libram, that's a better choice. That's stealthy anyway, of course it is. Of course it is. Now, if we wipe out their first troop, the second one in the line is also entangled. Right, Wild Queen, stay true to your name. That was rubbish. Wild Queen, you are on the verge of getting stacked again. My love? Terrible. 128 damage. Yeah, we'll do it anyway. Oh, they've changed to a bandit. Happy days. Can kill them with this one. Or that one. Doesn't make much difference. Right, let's cast Essence of Evil on them. See if we get a nice lucky skull hit or... Right, Wild Queen, surely you cannot mess this up. We'll take that first. We're going to drain some mana from their team. Spirit Gems, really good. Tempted to take that, but I like the amount of green that are there, but I want to actually use Essence of Evil probably on their hero, so I will actually take that as a super precaution, and then hope that Wild Queen doesn't mess up yet again. Which she sort of did. Absolutely useless woman, honestly. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on here? You're joking me. How on earth did that happen from there? Oh well. That was rather extraordinary, I have to say. That's Guild Wars for you. And same again, so the same again. Right, that was a strange game that went from completely in control to completely wildly out of control. It is what it is. So let's see what these do. Yellow to green. That has got that there in abundance. So that is how we can use Leprechaun to get rid of those. That is a core way of getting rid of them. And purple to green is not so good, but we need to get rid of this anyway. So there's nothing much to think about. We'll cast Leprechaun. That didn't give us enough green for our Essence of Evil, which is slight concern. Yellow to green, so there's hardly any yellow there now, so that's not going to work. And purple to green is no good for them either, just a very small amount of value at the top. I have to look back on that previous battle, see if there's anything I could have done about that, but not sure there was. I think their Doomed Codex or Doomed Libram just came out of nowhere and just went berserk. Right, so no green, then I haven't got their conversions they particularly want, so I may as well grab some colour for myself. Right, not a lot of skulls there, not a lot of green. Well, I could have done that last game actually in hindsight, and I did think it when I was doing it, I could have actually put a Flaming Oni right to the back. That's kind of the idea of him. But I didn't want the Leprechaun to mana block Flaming Oni on green. But that could have been the difference between a win and a loss there. Actually, I don't think it did, because no, it went berserk and killed Leprechaun as well in the same chain of moves, didn't it? So yeah, I don't think it would have mattered. Right, so do I trust my Wild Queen? I'm trusting her less and less every time. I really am. But I need to get rid of this. I'm gonna have to chance it. I've lost one today anyway already, so hey, whatever. Now we do have our Essence of Evil up. And let's take a look. Purple to green. Not much going on. A little bit of value over there. A little bit there. Yellow to green is not a thing yet. Right, so let us cast our... Or should we give that a wallop? It's not much of a wallop though, it's only 70. Now let's do that. That's not going to do anything because he's webbed. No green again. What we got? Potential green over here. Not the best amount of choices in world history. think I'll do that, take the skull hit at the same time. Full match red over here. Stick some burny stuff on them. Well, that will get rid of that bandit now, so sort of need to do that. And they, of course, get another one. It's 35% chance, I tell you. Whatever it is. Apart from Guild Wars, where it's about an 80% chance. It's all part of the fun. But I do need to get them entangled, because they're... Doomed weapon is getting close to a cast, and we saw what happened last time. That was crazy. Right, so that's not going to kill him. The second troop is entangled as well, so let's wing it a bit, see what we can do. All right, Wild Queen. You got 2 people entangled. You've got lots of green on the board, lots of skulls. Do not make a hash of it. Right, now as long as this gets rid of them and doesn't give the AI an extra turn in any way, I'll take that green and a skull hit instead, I think. They are going to get 1 wallop back. But now, yeah. A completely different result with exactly the same team, because there's no way they're coming back from this one. Just going to double up on that for extra security. So yeah, that's how Guild Wars works. A comfortable victory in the second match against exactly the same team, but they got that crazy chain in the last game with their 1 remaining troop, which I think annihilated all of mine, one after the other. That was absolutely nuts. But that is the way Guild Wars goes. It's a lot of fun. There it is, 1,628, which is going to give us a rubbish days total because of that loss of 8,092. Boo! Now, just a quick insert into the video regarding that battle that I lost. Now, some people may look at that and think that I was just bad luck, bad RNG. In a way it was, but at the same time, I gave the opportunity for it to happen at the same time. Best defense against that sort of thing is to not give it a chance to happen in the first place. Now, as soon as my Guild Wars has ended today, I've thought of this absolutely immediately, and I was a bit annoyed at myself that I didn't actually think of this at the time. Trickster is one of my top 10 mana generators in the game in a recent video that I've done on the best mana generators. And it's similar to Leprechaun in the way that it explodes gems, explodes green gems, same as Leprechaun, but it also switches the first and last enemies. It starts battles with 75% mana, so you are literally a purple or green match away from getting that charged, and literally you switch the first and last enemies. That would have brought that stealthy enemy to the top, which means I could have got rid of it a lot quicker. And their dangerous Savage Hunter at the bottom would have been easy to cast with Essence of Evil to stop it doing all that potential damage it can do at the same time. So, yep, even though you may look at that video and think that was a little bit unlucky, and it was a little bit unlucky, but it still could have been prevented if I chose the Trickster instead of Leprechaun. But obviously then I'd have had to switch around the team a bit. I'd have had to promote Leprechaun to, Trickster to maybe second place, so it got the purple first and done it that way, but it still maybe would have prevented that last situation. But as we saw in the last game, if you don't get that bit of bad luck, it was an easy win anyway. So hey, you picks your team and you takes your choice. There it is. There's Guild Wars for today. Back tomorrow for the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.